My name is Sonic the Hedgehog. You all know me as the fastest thing alive, and have saved the world countless times from the evil clutches of Dr. Eggman. But not in this reality. It's something far different. Allow me to tell you my story. When I was born, I never met my parents, nor did I know where I used to live. I was given an ability of super speed and can get anywhere within a blink of an eye. But now, I live with those that adopted me as their son. I knew they were my adopted parents as I grew up as a teenager, and it didn't bother me as much, but it did make me a bit curious as to who my parents were, but I decided to not go into it. I was happy with my life, and I called someone my own flesh and blood, because he looked a lot like me. I guess you can consider him my brother. His name is Fleetway. He always had my back in school, whenever I get bullied or have something stolen from me. After we both graduated from engineering class, I went to the library at one point and found a very old book that had a diamond-shaped cover on the front. This is when I discovered powerful gems known as the Chaos Emeralds. It said that it was very much real. So, I made my way over to a place where the emeralds were kept, Angel Island. It was guarded by an echidna named Knuckles. At first, he saw me as a threat, but I convinced him that I was just a tourist, and just having a look at the emeralds. He believed me after some time, and told me about the emeralds, and the only thing they have unlimited energy is because of the Master Emerald. This then piqued my curiosity, and I asked him, what if there was a way to make these emeralds have unlimited energy without the use of the Master Emerald? He told me that it's impossible to do that because without the Master Emerald's power, the whole island would fall into the ocean, creating untold chaos. I then asked him if I could borrow the spot where the altar of the emeralds were kept at, and he asked me why. And I replied to him saying that if the Master Emerald is the only thing keeping those emeralds from creating destruction, what if we only gave the Master Emerald more power than it has right now? He told me that he'll stick around and watch me do my work in case if anything happens to the island. We both agreed, and I went back home and get Fleetway. And we began our work. It didn't take long to build the device we were working on, but it was finally done. We could finally create what we were destined to create. Once the device was finished, we began to install each emerald into its proper position. The first emerald was a huge success. But then, once the final emerald was put, something happened.
What have you done?
Fleetway, stop!
What the hell is going on, Sonic?
Fleetway just touched an emerald and now he's going crazy on this place. If this keeps up, we're all going to get buried in nothing but rubble.
Sonic, what color was the emerald?
Black. Why?
Oh no.
What?
You need to leave.
What?
You need to leave right now!
I don't understand, Knuckles.
Just go, Sonic! I'll catch up as soon as I can!
I'm not leaving you here!
Sonic, you don't know what you're looking at, so just leave it to me! I promise everything will be okay!
Alright, I trust you. All the way back to the house. I tried to tell my adopted parents what was going on, but then all I saw in that one moment was nothing but darkness. The only thing I can hear were screams of death and fire. Yes, fire. Gotta wake up. I'm not ready to die yet, but I'm so tired. What is this place? Fleetway? Is that you?
Oh, Sonic.
You thought you can run from your mistake when you could have just faced it head on. Oh wait, you needed me to do that standing up thing for you, didn't you? Your whole life growing up, your happiness, everything wouldn't have happened if it weren't for me. Though, I believe it's time we have a little brother and brother bonding, don't you think?
It's been 4 days since it happened, and yet I'm still here, confined to this chair. Can't move, can't see clearly, haven't eaten in a while. Every 3 hours, Fleetway comes back from killing more people. Takes a knife from his table of instruments just to stab into my quills. He knew they were sensitive to anything, but it won't kill me at all. He kept on stabbing them over and over and over and over and over and over and over. He will continue to do this for hours as a reminder that he isn't the monster. It was me. I made him into this creature of destruction, and now I need to pay the price. I can take the pain. My quills have gone limp so far. This is it. I'm going to die. Why haven't my parents come for me? They see the city in ruins. Do they know what happened? Are they in another continent? Mom, Dad, I need you. Please. Mom? Dad? Is that you? Who are you?
A little predicament you got yourself into, huh? Now to answer your question, I am you. Well, your other half.
Should I refer to you as someone?
You can call me Zeshir.
Zeshir?
You don't know me at all, but I have been watching you for a long time, since you were born.
What?
Sonic, when you were in school, did you learn anything in your history class? Anything about wars?
I did learn something. The Great Mobius War. And it was about the Mobians fighting against the tyranny of the Black Arms race. Wait, what does this have to do with anything?
Because, Sonic, I am a Black Arms soldier.
What? How did you get into my body?
Calm down, Sonic. You're going to have another outburst. Anyway, yes, the war did happen. But did you know the Mobians lost the war?
Yes, I have heard.
Throughout the war, the Mobians gave it their all to try to stop us. But no matter how hard they try, more bodies began to fill over the battlefield. It was, how people would say, brutal. The Mobians were led by one of the greatest leaders in history. And that leader was none other than your father.
My father?
Yes, your father led the Mobians to their own defeat in the war.
But why? Why start a war with another race?
Because they wanted one thing from us. The Scepter of Darkness.
Scepter of Darkness?
The scepter was in our possession, yes, but it was created by Gerald Robotnik, back when he was in the process of designing Project Shadow. The problem was that the cloning process of Black Arms soldiers began to change their behavior and they would turn against each other for no reason. However, Robotnik created the scepter. Its power is to turn their feelings from positive energy to negative energy.
But the Black Arms were pure evil. Why would they need negative energy if they're already evil?
Some soldiers didn't want to fight the war and wanted to live normal lives. So we had a war ourselves. But thanks to Robotnik's device, we were able to be all on one side once again. Robotnik then wanted revenge on Mobius for trying to take his research on Project Shadow. They assumed he was going to use Project Shadow for evil, but all he was doing was curing his granddaughter's illness. By then, the Mobian forces assaulted our base and killed off most of our kind, and took Robotnik's research. But what they didn't know was him creating the scepter. So that was when our war on Mobius began. But during the fight, your father stole the scepter and hid it, all until the end of the war. That was when you were born, Sonic. When your mother gave birth, you were dying of a terrible illness. Your mother was close to having a miscarriage. But then, your father made the most biggest mistake of his life. He used the scepter's power and used the negative energy to put it all in your body. Every last bit. Until the scepter was no longer working. By then, your body grew healthy again. In an instant. But we saw this happen and converged on your parents' house and killed them while your adopted mother ran away with you. I'm basically the negative energy that was stored within you thanks to the scepter.
So that's what happened. So why are you here talking to me?
Your father was a fool. He's the reason you're in this hell right now.
About time you woke up! I was getting bored waiting for your sorry ass. Your quills are getting boring to play with. How about we try something a little more fun? How about we try slashing at your own skin? You wouldn't mind that, right?
Please, stop! Please have mercy! Please, don't come near me!
A painful feeling, isn't it?
I can take it. I deserve this.
Huh. How hypocritical of you.
Huh?
You say you can take the pain, but weren't you just begging for mercy? You want to get out of here, don't you, Sonic? You can't leave unless you fight back. More like, give in to the darkness.
No, I'll never do that. All you've been saying were lies about my parents. What makes you think I can believe someone like you?
There you go again. Always thinking your parents were the victims in all this. No, Sonic. It was the Mobians that took Robotnik's research and started this whole war. It was all your father's fault. If they truly cared about you, they wouldn't have trapped me in this body. Besides, it's not like I'm going to cause destruction if you let me take over.
I don't trust you.
I'm not saying for you to trust me. I'm telling you that the only way you're going to get out of this is if you stop holding me back and let go.
Over my dead body.
Over, for the love of Sonic! You can't fight him on your own. You need my power. If it weren't for your father, I wouldn't be here. Are you that dense?
Who cares? I would rather die at the hands of my brother than to let you take over!
He is not your brother! Not anymore. Your father did this to you. You can't blame yourself. Blame the one that caused me to be born within you.
Father, Mother, I miss you so much. But why? Why? Why didn't you just let me die? You chose survival over me! Why didn't you choose me?
Even if it meant putting me in your body.
Yes, if they were here now!
Even if it meant killing your adopted parents.
If it had to be done, then yes!
Even if it means killing your own brother.
Whatever it takes!
Yes, Sonic. Now you understand. You finally understood how foolish your father really was. So tell me, are you going to stop blaming yourself for your parents' mistake? Or will you die at the hands of Fleetway?
I won't let myself be killed by him.
Then, take it!
Well, Sonic, It seems our time has come to an end. You don't have the strength to even get out of that chair, let alone walk. So might as well put you out of your misery. And don't worry. Once I'm done here, the whole world will be mine. And all you'll be doing is being stuck in the afterlife while all this chaos happens.
Why don't you shut the hell up? Your power means nothing to me.
How dare you! How could this be happening? How could you get this powerful?
Dark Slicer. No one will understand what happened here today. They will never understand my pain. What I have done. What my parents have done. No one will understand. Not even the entire multiverse.